Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our John Deere Farm. We are here in March of our third year. I think it's our third year. And if you were here with us in the last episode, you know we're working on some potatoes, working on a little potato patch over there. So I am going to lease a potato planter, potato technology. So I know this isn't vintage per se, but we're going to squint our eyes and pretend it's old school. I don't think we really have good vintage options for this, so we'll go ahead and we need 150 horsepower to run this, so we'll probably use the 4755 that we were using for the slurry. We'll drop the slurry tanker off in the main farm, and we will get our potato planter filled up with some spudlings. What do they call those? There's a word for them. Cedar potatoes, something like that. We also need to remember to give these cows water. Well, they're not too bad. These ones, hey, their productivity came back. All right, great. I feel like the right place to keep the slurry tanker is at the slurry tank. I don't really want to park it in any of these nice clean garages, but for right now, I'm just going to drop it off here by the store delivery spot. You know, like we do. I have no idea how many of these. Oh no, don't tell me. Okay, there we go. I was just crooked. I have no idea how many of these little spudlings we're going to need. But I think it's this one, because that looks like fertilizer up there. Right here? Spudlings. What's that? Going to take 2,000? Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, we're probably out of seed. The silo is empty. Whoa. Let's go with that. I mean, we have the money. It would be fine. It just makes me anxious. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's take our spudlings over to the field. And that, see what I mean? Doesn't that look like the perfect size? I think that looks like the perfect amount of potatoes. It won't be too overwhelming. Did our tractor? Oh, it's just out of render. I was like, did our tractor? Did the worker run off with my tractor? But by the time we get a few laps done, he should be pretty much good to go. And we may have to mop up some of it on our own, which is fine with me. So let's go ahead and V and B, and let's get some spuds in the ground. If you haven't done potatoes with this game yet, if you've been one of the people who says, "Oh, I don't want to try those," I will say it is different than almost any other crop. The two root crops are pretty similar, potatoes and sugar beets, but they do bring an additional level of, I guess, complexity to the game. If you only ever run arable like cereal crops, I would definitely recommend just do it on a, like, set up a farm that's all you do, just to try it. Just log in, flip the calendar to March, get one of these, plant them, and then zoom your calendar to harvest time and harvest them, just to see what you think, because you might find that there's something kind of rewarding about them. I had a save on Bucks County, which is another map I want to do in 22, but I had a save on Bucks County that there was a field of sugar beets that was already planted. I had so many sugar beets. I filled my bonus storage. I had more sugar beets than I could count. Literally, I mean, it was thousands, and because you don't deposit them in a silo, you literally have no idea how many you have. There's no easy counter for them. It was tens of thousands though. And the sad part is I had a really nice little hog farm on the hog farm that's on that map. It's so cool. It's a really nice layout. I owned the couple fields close to it. It was very fun. I was using New Holland tractors. It was a good theme. And I was actually streaming it on Twitch back when I used to stream on Twitch. I had so much fun with that farm. And then one day, the save just wouldn't load. And I was so heartbroken. Not because, I lost my save, that yada yada. Like, it wasn't because I felt cheated out of the game or something like that. I was just sad because I had so many sugar beets. I mean, just so many. That was the work that was lost that made me sad. Not the buildings I built, not the other, the animals I owned or the crops I planted. It was the sugar beets sitting in piles that I could have played that save for 200 hours without ever needing another root crop. But here we are. We're on this save now. Appreciate you guys being here. Really appreciate all the support we've gotten on this save. This John Deere save has really been one that I think a lot of people are enjoying, and I appreciate that so much. I really like it myself, and I'm glad to see other people connecting with it in the way that I do. I didn't grow up with John Deere tractors. I grew up with red ones, which is why I have the Case IH farm on Calmlands. If you haven't checked that out, I definitely invite you to do so. If you like vintage farm sim, you'll dig that one. But yeah, I wanted to run some of these old John Deere as well, and I just kind of went for it on this save, and boy am I glad that I did. It's really been rewarding. This is my favorite tractor on this farm. Some of you guys that have been watching this series are like, oh boy, not this again. But I've been talking about this 4755 a good bit. It's just a real nice balance of power, but it's not so overwhelmingly huge. It's not like one of these modern $500,000 tractors with all the bells and whistles. Yeah, let me show you inside. So if we get inside here, really nice job. Whoever modeled this did a really good job on the interior. It just feels vintage enough, but it's still got some of the bells and whistles from that time period. I don't remember exactly. I would guess, just from looking around there, we're probably talking late 80s, early 90s, right? I don't know. You guys can correct me on that, but really nice tractor. I love how it handles. I like the setup with these wide back tires. When I first got it, I had duals on it because I was doing groundwork, tillage kind of work, and now we use it for hauling wagons, we use it for planting potatoes, we use it for a wide range of jobs, and it grades out really well for this mid-tier work. You can't do some of the heaviest duty work on the farm with it, but it's great for this level, and we have a lot of this level on a farm of this size. For those of you that might be, relatively new to the series, we have two batches of dairy cows. One in the far where they actually are milking, and then here in this outside pasture we have calves and heifers. And then at the top of the hill, you can't see the building from here because of the render distance, but at the top of the hill we have a little hog farm. And right now, by little, I mean genuinely a little hog farm. There's only 8 pigs, but here in a couple months, we should have double that. Well, not quite double. We should get up to 12 pigs. So in a few years' time, You know, we'll have 25, 30, somewhere around there. And that's probably where I'll keep the herd. And as we get other ones that come of age, we can sell the old ones off. So that's my hope. That's my goal. We don't, as you can see up in the top right, we don't really need money. We're not hurting for money. This save, for a couple different reasons, this save is financially solvent. Is that the right word? Secure. Let's say secure. That's a better word for it. It's financially secure, and one reason is because vintage equipment is less expensive. Two, because we own a warehouse, which is up there. Can't really see it again because of the render distance, but we have a warehouse on our property, and that gets us about, I think from February into March, it brought us $25,000. Some months it's as much as 40,000. Some months it's in the 20s. I don't completely understand how their rent varies so much, but that is a cut of whatever that business is that we get, and so that's helpful when we need a new tractor. We haven't bought any extra land because we have a lot of land here, but it's always a possibility if we should want to purchase a field, or maybe if we decide we wanted to do another production. Like right now we have a dairy on our property, which is changing. Is that the right word? Producing, creating, converting. Let's say converting. It's converting our milk into cheese, but I could very realistically see us having one of the other productions on our land, or maybe we buy a small field nearby and put another production up, something like that. But the goal of this series was never to get rich. Most people don't farm to get rich. Okay, we need to keep an eye on the plow, because that is not where I want him going anymore. Actually, let's just go ahead and tab over to him. Here, let me do it. We're literally just gonna finish this little whip stitch here and then be all done. I'm trying to decide if I want to get another tractor going on the sprayer, or if I want to do that myself. Let's see if we can spin these wheels round and round. Oh, uphill, backwards, turning. Tractor no likey that. Okay, here we go. This should be a little more better, as they say. Alright, spin it around. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We don't have a tractor with a sprayer. We have a gator with a sprayer. Even better. Okay, so we'll pick that up, and we'll leave this guy here. Nice potato furrows going here. Matter of fact, I think we'll go ahead and put the worker on that one. I'm going to tab over to the gator. Boom, boom, boom. And I remember putting in this. Oh, I have the. Oh, yeah, I think that might be the. Sorry, I'm talking to myself here, not telling you guys. So this says liquid fertilizer. That's what that is, liquid fertilizer. And we have 1,600 liters. And this has lime in it currently. But we could use this with our solid fertilizer right here. What's the play? What's the play? I don't know. I feel like we spray. I feel like we'll spray the potatoes. Also just pretty cool to get to even use the gator for this job. It's been several episodes since I've gotten to use the gator, so this is cool. I know I was talking in the last episode about when I do another John Deere farm, part of why I want to do it is just because there's so many mods. There's like probably 5, maybe 6 different John Deere ATVs on the mod hub, or some version of an ATV type vehicle. Like, that is, first of all, crazy cool. But also, like, I want to try them. I've enjoyed using this gator, but it has its purposes and we've had fun with it, but can't have too much of a good thing, right? Would like to try something else. Alright, this is looking pretty good right here. Let's go with this. Boom. Alright, so these guys, right where this is getting fertilized, let's go ahead and stop and double check. This should be 100%. Yeah, 91, but I don't know why it's not showing 100. 98. Yeah. Because this is manure plowed in with liquid fertilizer applied on top. So we shouldn't have any weeds, and these potatoes should be 100% fertilized. This should be a real nice crop. Like I said, about 1/3 of the field here. I should have done that section. I didn't realize that didn't get done. Oh well. About 1/3 of the field here should look real good, and be plenty of potatoes for our pigs for certainly the rest of the series, and if I decide to play the save beyond that. But it's just fun to get to do a different crop that we don't normally do. Nice straight furrows to follow, so not a lot of steering difficulty with this gig. I don't know how common this would be to use a gator for a job like this, but it makes sense on our farm. Hey, do me a favor, we're at the 18-minute mark here, 18 and a half minutes. If you made it this far, let me know in a comment. And also, related, if you've ever driven a vehicle like a gator, like an ATV type, for farming purposes, let me know what it was and what you used it for. I would definitely like to check that out. Oh, our AI worker has stopped because he's out of spuds. Okay. So I guess even the 2,500 or whatever it ended up being, 2,300 seeds was not quite enough. But we're gonna have a real nice potato crop here. I'm looking forward to watching this play out. Hope you guys have enjoyed seeing us get these put in. I think these are gonna be pigs are gonna be real happy to have some root crop mixed in with their feed. And probably in the next episode, we will be either doing the tillage work on, sorry, I should have warned you I was going to tab. We'll either be doing the tillage work to prepare for our other crops, we're going to do sorghum and soybeans. So it'll either be tillage work for those things, or I'll do the tillage work off recording and I'll be planting, or some mixture of those things. But should be spring planting season in the next video. So I appreciate everybody sticking around, supporting the channel and the series. And if you're not subscribed, you know the drill. It irritates me a little bit to have to do it, but if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. And if you are a subscriber and you like the video, definitely, the like button means a lot. The comments mean a lot. Those are good things to help the algorithm pick it up so that other people who enjoy this kind of thing will get a chance to see it. And my last request, and this is the one that's most personal, most difficult to do, but probably helps more than anything else, is if you like something, you've got a buddy that either plays farm sim with you or that you talk about farming with, share it with a buddy. Just say, hey, I really like watching this redneck play this silly farming game. You might like it too. Share a link, and that's probably going to be the best way to spread the word, far more than me spouting off what I need you guys to do. If you share it and authentically mean it with the people that you know in your life that would enjoy it, that's all. It makes all the difference in the world to me. All right, guys. Thanks so much for checking out this episode. I'm going to be finishing up this spud planting, and we'll see you for some spring tillage in the next one. Bye for now.